welcome to nursing. I am Shivani, a neuro nurse. On a very first day, we will discuss our very basic neuroanatomy and neurophysiology together. So without wasting any single minutes, let's start with the anatomy. It's a study of structure and the organization of nervous system, which is further divided into four major parts. Number one is the central nervous system, which consists of brain and spinal cord. So the brain is further divided into four major parts. Number one is cerebrum. Cerebrum is the largest part of the brain, which is responsible for the conscious thoughts, memory, sensation, and voluntary movements. Divided into further two hemispheres and four lobes. The mnemonic for the lobe is fapitos. Number one is frontal. Frontal which main function is to motor control, planning, perception, speech production. Number second is parietal. Parietal is responsible for the sensory processing and spatial awareness. Spatial awareness includes the cognitive ability to understand your body's position in relation to surrounding area. Number third is the temporal one. Temporal is responsible for our hearing, memory, and language comprehension. Number fourth is the occipital. Occipital is responsible for our vision control. Part of the brain is diencephalon, which includes thalamus and hypothalamus. Thalamus relate to the station for the sensory information, and hypothalamus control the autonomic functions, temperature, hunger, endocrine system, and all. So third part is the brainstem, which includes midbrain, pons, and medulla oblongata, which function as breathing, heart rate, blood pressure control, cranial nerve, nuclei, etc. The fourth part of the brain is cerebellum, which is responsible for the coordination of the movement, balance, posture, and the motor learning. Central nervous system, the second part is the spinal cord, which extends from medulla to the proximity L1 to L2 vertebral columns, which conducts sensory and motor signals, contains ascending and descending tracts. The major ascending tract is the dorsal column and the spinothalamic tract for the fine touch, vibration, perioception, pain, and temperature. Major descending tracts are corticospinal tract, which controls our voluntary movements. Third part in neuroanatomy is peripheral nervous system, which includes cranial nerves. So there are total 12 pairs of cranial nerve. The mnemonic to learn cranial nerve is O, to touch and feel, very, green vegetable, any home. So 3O means olfactory, optic, and oculomotor. Olfactory is responsible for smell, optic is responsible for vision, oculomotor is responsible for eye movement. To touch and feel, trochlear, trigeminal, abducens, and facial. Trochlear is responsible for eye movement, trigeminal is responsible for the facial sensation, abducens is responsible for eye movement, facial is responsible for the facial expressions. Very, green vegetable, any home. V stands for the vestibulocochlear, which is responsible for the hearing and balance. G stands for glossopharyngeal, which is responsible for taste and swallowing. V stands for vagus, which is helpful in parasympathetic functions. A is accessory, which is responsible for head and shoulder movements. H stands for hypoglossal, which is responsible for the tongue movement. Also 31 another spinal nerves, which includes 8 cervical, 12 thoracic, 5 lumbar, 5 sacral, and 1 coccygeal spinal nerve. 4 in neuroanatomy is autonomic nervous system, which is divided into sympathetic and parasympathetic autonomic nervous system. Function from the sympathetic nervous system is fight or flight, and parasympathetic nervous system includes rest and digestion. For an example, sympathetic is helpful in increase the heart rate and dilated pupils. Parasympathetic helps in decrease heart rate and stimulates digestions. I can also provide a complete neuroanatomy summary with the label diagrams, tracts of blood supply, and cranial nerve mnemonics. Thank you so much. Subscribe